set to match up with the Pittsburgh Steelers. Seems like we were just starting training camp, but here we are in October, and off we go on EA Sports. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Now a first carry for Derrick Henry. And he'll power his way forward for about 4 yards there on the first down carry.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown. So a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now, hopefully get to the perimeter later. And let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on first down.
From the 29, Mahomes. This ball tipped, and it's going to be incomplete. Fortunate maybe to get that back. It's third down.
You got to give some credit. They're able to hop up in the air and bat that one away. And that's frustrating for an offensive lineman because the only recourse is when he goes in the air to try and get some type of a pop or a shove, hoping to bring his arms down.
They go play action. Now Mahomes. He's going to go for a big play downfield. Oh, that's into double coverage and intercepted. The safety, Terrell Edmunds, picks it. And they will finally stop him as he's down to the 40-yard line. They may have thrown the interception, obviously less than ideal, but I think they also sent a message that they're going to push the ball downfield in this one.
Yeah, not afraid to take their shots right away, huh? What was that, like a 9-9-9 route? 9 meaning go? Just went ahead and went for it. Didn't work out so well because it certainly appeared the defense was prepared. But I'm with you. Okay, so it didn't work this time. Doesn't mean we won't try it again later.
And a penalty flag down as he gets only about a yard. And let's listen in on the call. Can see this quite a bit on running plays where the guy's out wide. A lot of times, though, it doesn't get caught.
You're exactly right because it's away from the play usually, so a lot of it goes undetected. But I know this will surprise you. I coach some receivers in the offseason. We work a lot on hand placement and blocking downfield. Might want to take that course.
They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty. A run with Harris out of the shotgun. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
They'll fake the handoff. Now Goff. He'll let this go for the end zone. Open man is Johnson. Touchdown Steelers. When you think of guys that are built to be big-arm quarterbacks, Jared Goff, he fits that mold, and he showed it off right there.
And we knew that this offense was going to try and put pressure on the secondary. That was something they talked about with us. They knew that they had an advantage, pressed it, and there you go. Big play for a touchdown on their very first possession.
And the next-gen stats, they tell the story. That's a full 67 yards in the air.
On that first
extra
running
point
play.
put through by Boswell. And it's now a 7-0 game. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. And he'll be out of bounds after getting
It
this one across the 40.
Didn't give me my guy, but okay.
Throwing again on second down. Mahomes. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on third down.
They've given him some different looks here defensively in the early going. He's only hit 2 of his first 5 passes. With a big third down coming up, he's hoping he's got a play dialed up that can take advantage of whatever the defense throws at him.
They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. Running from the gun with Henry. He's going to be marked down very close to the first down marker, but it looks like he's a yard short. Call it a gain of 4, but not enough. The punt team going to need to be summoned here on 4th down. Mahomes takes it himself, and he's not even going to come close to picking up the first. They stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out, and it'll be a turnover on downs. Now a first down carry for Harris. He'll get it to the 40. Broke a tackle there to get some extra yardage. Nathan Gary in on the tackle. 2nd and 5. They run the counter. It's Harris, and he's going to get this inside the 30. Now, look, that wasn't a huge gain, but those are the types of carries I think they were missing in their loss last week. They couldn't get him going on the ground.
Did you get the same feeling I did during our meetings, that they kind of regretted that he didn't touch the ball?
Absolutely.
You know, hey, he should have touched it more last week. They weren't going to make that same mistake, and they've taken care of that early.
Not what they had in mind there. That's going to go as a loss of 4. So still 14 yards to go, 2nd down. Now a play fake, and it's gone. And he's taken down. A Chiefs sack. They'll wind up losing a full 9 yards here on the sack. Now it's 3rd down. Now here's a defensive timeout called by the Chiefs. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Need something for deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. Off play action. Here's Goff. Open man completes it to Claypool. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him.
And partner, they're locked in man coverage out left, and they end up running a crossing route. Rounded it a little bit more than a slant. He's just going to angle himself towards the right side of the field, and that's very difficult for a defender to shadow him across all that ground.
And he's going to get about 4 down inside the 10 to the 9.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice gain like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. This will be play number 7 on the drive. 3rd and a yard. To throw is Goff. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Looks like a 9-yard loss, and it also brings up 4th. Now Chris Boswell for the Steelers field goal try. Boswell's kick is good. And the lead moves to 10-zip. So that one on target, and it adds to this first half lead.
And maybe we're too early to worry too much about one-score lead, two-score lead, etc. But this is where you kind of start banking those points that come in helpful later on.
And he won't get this to the 20-yard line as he's down at the 19. KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. And on that last drive, went for it on fourth, turned it over. A good job by their defense.
Oh,
so they
my
held
goodness.
Them to
Can I switch the players,
a little
please?
bit better, a little bit more careful here.
And sometimes when you see these calls on fourth down, when they decide to go for it, it's not necessarily the coach saying, I believe in my offense. Sometimes the coach saying, I believe in my defense. I can afford to go for it here because if we don't get it, I don't think we'll give up more than 3. And that's exactly what happened there.
You think that factored in?
I do. I think that he had that in his mind going into the game, that I'm going to be aggressive on offense because I know I've got a defense that can hold up their end.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. A give to Henry. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. 47 yards rushing for him now in the ball game.
I remember watching Derrick Henry come out of Alabama and sitting with some scouts, and one of the debate points with him was, while at Bama, how often did he have to deal with contact near the line of scrimmage? They were so good up front that he often got to the second level pretty easily. I think he's starting to answer those questions with runs like that. He's a physical guy.
A lane opens up that time as he'll be brought down just short of a first after a gain of about 9.
And when you get good yardage like that on first down, it really does a whole lot of good for your entire offense. But I love the way he's finishing those runs. At the end of things, he's making sure he gets just a little bit extra.
And he stopped immediately there. Heavy set out there on 3rd and 1. They'll try to run for the first with Henry. And he picks up the first before he's taken down at the 29.
I know the game's changed. A lot of people would say it's evolved. Look, I'm a little bit Neanderthal, okay? I love this. No exotic formations, no misdirection. Just line up and run the darn ball, pick up the first down. I love it.
Yeah, 3rd and short. That's what you're supposed to do. Like you said, old school smash mouth football.
Hey, 57, 57. Watch the whip. Yellow. Watch the shit. 15. They call it taller.
Sermon now on 1st and 10. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. 2nd down.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground. But I think the play gets made by the defensive front. Because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes.
Oh, my God.
Stack things up and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the first half. 10-0 our score. A first down carry for Henry. And he'll take this one inside the 10, down to the 8. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
He's had success on this drive, but not on this play.
Finally, they bowed up defensively. I think they were determined not to let him take it pretty much all the way down the field.
Yeah, it looks like they handled their run responsibilities correctly this time. What we call them run fits, everyone was in the right place.
And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
Let's go. Good stuff, T.J. Watt. Let's get busy. Outrun him. Outrun him.
Now he's free. Past the 20.
Outrun him. Outrun him. Let's go.
He brings this one back. It's a pick 6 for a Steeler touchdown. Boswell for the extra point.
Get busy, TJ.
He's got it, and it's 17-0. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. This will be fielded inside the 5. And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18.
At their own 18-yard line.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And they'll have a decent amount of time, 55 seconds to work with, to try to at least get down into field goal range. And a short pickup there as he'll take this up to right around the 20. Now another timeout called for by the offense as the clock shows 50 seconds to play here in half number 1. 2nd down and 8. Looking to throw is Mahomes.
Let's go.
The 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. It's Devin Bush, the linebacker, who picks it. And it's a terrific return here as he's going to have them set up with a 1st and goal right at about the 6-yard line. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown.
That man, a body bag.
Najee Harris hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Steelers continue to pull away here in this first half. Boswell good with the extra point, and a rout is on here in this first half. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. This will be fielded inside the 5. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. And with a 3-score deficit staring him in the face, they might have to press the issue here and try to get points out of this drive. And he'll be corralled right around the 34. The Chiefs quickly now going to use the last of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 27 seconds remaining here in the 2nd quarter.
1st and 10 at the 34-yard line.
Check 93's the mic. 93's the mic.
On 1st and 10, here's Mahomes. He's going to loft one deep left side here.
Oh, give me the pick.
On the deep ball.
Give me the pick, my boy.
Certainly no lack of aggressiveness here. They were hoping for the home run play to get them 6 points. They're hoping for a catch, maybe a call, but they figure they can at least get into field goal range with a completion.
Get that ball. Bang, 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 bang. Hey, check 24. Check 24. Yellow, yellow.
To throw on 2nd and 10. Mahomes.
I moved at the wrong point. I had
They're
it.
going to have themselves another 1st down as the
I
tackle's
had it.
made
I
at the
literally had
Steelers'
it.
45.
It moved the wrong way.
So we've come to halftime after a very one-sided beginning to this one. As we'll send you down to Orlando and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports halftime report.
I love how I can't ever make adjustments.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. So time for the 2nd half as the Steelers have the lead, and they will also be receiving the football here to start the 3rd quarter. Taking it about the 1. And he will make it to the 20-yard line and no further. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. The first half definitely went their way, and this would seem to be a great opportunity to kind of put this game a little closer out of reach with a score here.
Yeah, and it's a wonderful opportunity for them because if they can add 7 more to their lead before the other guys even even see the football?
Damn.
That could be the decisive blow in this game. I think that's how they're eyeing it. That's how they're approaching it.
On second down, this is Harris. Runs over him. This will be a short gain of 3 before he's brought down at the 22.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
They force the incompletion on first down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on second.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in the expected passing situation.
Throwing on third. Goff. He's got a man open. It's Chase Claypool. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. A big play that time on a catch and run. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10.
This is what made the West Coast offense a staple around the NFL in the 80s and 90s.
What are you, 69? What are you doing, guys?
Downfield to come up with big plays.
Get out of the way.
There's an example of that right there.
So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on 2nd down and 11. Now Goff. It's brought in by Harris. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. 2 yards the loss, and now 3rd and 12. Goff now looks to throw. That's swung out wide to Harris. Oh, he's got a little daylight.
Woo, crushing, dude.
Work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material. They'll run on 1st down. It's Harris. 43 yards rushing for him now to this point.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense get a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. To the right side to Eric Ebron. And in for the Steelers touchdown. Eric Ebron. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Steelers take the opening kickoff of the 3rd quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. Extra point put through by Boswell. And that will extend this big lead. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. They've got to dig down deep. I mean, they need something right now, really anything to cling on to. This offense has struggled.
Partner, join me in a walk to their locker room at the half, okay? Because I think what we would have seen is an offensive coordinator and his assistant coaches getting together with all their positions, then coming together as a group, going over adjustments, and then the head coach coming in and just screaming, wake up. Yeah. Let's get moving, guys.
I'm kind of glad we weren't in there at halftime, actually.
I mean, you think you might have turned it on us, too?
Yeah, but right now, whatever was said hasn't been working.
You've got to figure the further they fall behind, the more you think that they'll get away from the run. They're trying to stick with it, but the results, they just aren't there.
Now whistles and a flag down. Looked like one of the Chief linemen might have moved. And that false start penalty certainly not helping their cause here. 2nd down and long.
Let's bring it. Check 93's the mic. 93's the mic.
They'll run it again with Henry. The 2nd down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there. A 3rd down now. Those last 2 plays indicative of how things have gone for them. Just nowhere to go on the ground and struggling to put up points.
Right. He's tight right here. He's tight on the right. Tight on the right. You got 3. Yellow. Check 93's the mic. 93's the mic. It's been a long day for you. Check 93's the mic. 93's the mic. 3 buzz. Check 93's the mic. 93's the mic. I'm coming.
They fake the give. Now Mahomes. He's going to loft one. Deep left side here.
Hey, give my man the pick.
And
Stop
another
playing.
throw that really really could have been, maybe should have been intercepted. That would have been number 4. Instead, it's 4th down. Mahomes and the offense staying out there. They'll go for it on 4th.
We got 3, fellas, we got 3.
Mahomes throwing on 4th. Taking a shot for Samuel. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. A surprising move to go for it, and predictably, at least somewhat predictably, it doesn't pay off. And the Steelers, they're going to take over an excellent field position.
58, right over there. Yeah.
An option handoff given to Harris. Stops short of the 25, but that second effort got him a couple extra. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down. They'll run again with Harris. Shoves him away. And he's down inside the 5 at the 4 before he's out of bounds. 70 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he is going to be stopped cold.
I seen it, and
I
said, screw it.
The loss of a full 3
took my
yards,
chances.
and now it's 2nd down. Now a give, running left is Harris. Able to power through, and he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. It'll be a gain of 5, and it's going to set up a 3rd and goal. They'll try to run with Harris. And Harris is not going to get there. Great work defensively to stop him short. So with a 4th and goal looming, we hit the end of 3 quarters of play. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. And I guess not content to get another 3 here late. They'll try to add 6 more as they go on 4th and goal.
DC. Super 1.
They go ahead and snap it. Gone. That is caught. It's Juju for the Steeler touchdown. Jared Goff with his 3rd touchdown pass of the afternoon. And the Steelers look like they're going to get back in the win column as they extend their lead here in this 4th quarter. Boswell good with the extra point, and the lead will swell by 1 more. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown.
Woo! Them boys Bama.
Taken in at the 3. And he won't quite make it to the 25. The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. And you see a lot of frustrated faces as they are inching closer to a 4th straight loss. On 1st down, Mahomes. It's Kelsey on the ground. And he's upended at the 33 following a good pickup of 8.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion that would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
Mahomes now on 1st down. He dumps it off for Henry. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
I think the best offenses love to get the ball to their running backs in open space because they have the ability to make people miss, and they also have the ability to run over people. And if you do that throughout the game, after a while, they might just run through some of those tackles and go a long way.
Well, we saw him shed a nice tackle on that play. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35.
We'll definitely see some open running lanes, and he's taking advantage of it right now, but that shouldn't be a surprise. Defense has the lead. They're playing for the pass first.
Here's a pass swung out left to his running back.
Another miss.
Still on his feet. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. 3 tight ends in the ball game here on 1st and 10. Now a handoff to Henry. And he'll get 7 yards from the 17 to the 10 before he's taken down.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the 4th quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down 4th quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. Henry will get it. He's been busy today. Henry fighting for the marker, but I don't think he got there. He did not. Call it no gain that time, and they're going to be left looking up at a 4th and 1.
Take the field goal. I gotta take the field goal. I take the field goal. Take the field goal, man. I'm taking the field goal.
Now the Chiefs spring on their field goal unit from the right hash, and this one just a chippy.
I don't get shut out. That's the worst thing.
Butker's kick here is good. And they'll get back 3, but this remains a large deficit. So
safe play right there.
Work left to do, but here comes the onside kick. Well, it's a Pyrrhic victory at best, but Charles, no team wants to get shut out, so it's hard to blame them for taking the 3 there.
You can't blame them one bit. It hasn't been the best performance, that's for darn sure. But there is something to be said for fighting to avoid the goose egg, and they're at least trying to finish out strong.
And they run with Harris off the option. He's got the first down here inside the 30. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals. So another score there, and often you talk about the 3 phases of the game. Defense, offense, special teams. It's been a clean sweep in this one, hasn't it?
It certainly has.
Good run, big boy.
This game.
Ooh,
privately, the head coach will add a 4th phase. That's the coaching. And he'll tell the ownership that as he tries to negotiate a new contract off of this win.
They are looking strong here in the 4th quarter. This one fielded at the 5. And good coverage there on special teams as they'll get him down shy of the 20. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. Their drive last time, it stalled out. They were forced to take the short field goal.
And the key phrase, you nailed it. Forced to, because you know coaches look at these short field goals as a last resort, right? To them, that's not how.
Oh my God! Can I get my freaking player?
That's a consolation prize, like going to the county fair. You don't get the big stuffed animal on that one, do you?
No, you don't go top shelf. That's bottom shelf material. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Chiefs in possession of the ball as we welcome you back. They're looking at 2nd down now as they search for a consolation score. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line.
2nd and 1, and people want to run the football. This is where every back in the league is supposed to do exactly what we just saw there. Pick up the first down.
They go play fake. Mahomes. Open man.
Oh my
God. The tight end Kelce. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the first down. From the gun, it's Mahomes. Another pass into the reliable hands of Kelce. And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5. From the 35 on 2nd down, Mahomes. He'll take a shot for the end zone.
Oh, come on.
Line up incomplete. Nearly an
Corners can't get no picks today, man.
Should have been Third down coming up.
All these corners is doing. My corners is
They
covering
come
well,
up
but
now,
geez,
3rd and
man.
5 following the incomplete pass. A shotgun handoff to Henry. There's another truck. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. A solid run by Derrick Henry, and here's another 1st and 10. He is taken down at the 21 after a short gain of 2. The Chiefs quickly now going to use the last of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play. Throwing on 2nd and 8. Mahomes throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete. At this point, down big, you'd have to imagine this defense, they're just going to sit back, blanket the field as best they can.
Yeah, this is actually the easy part of the game for them because, just as you noted, they can sit back, keep everything in front of them. But they've blanketed the field the entire game using a variety of coverages.
Throwing is Mahomes on 3rd.
Oh, he threw it right at him. He's a pick.
That's batted down and incomplete.
He threw it
Defensively, you
right
look
at
at the
you.
numbers. Another incomplete
Get
pass
the
that we just saw. And they're
INT,
under
my
200
guy.
yards
What are you
passing for the
doing?
game, so they've done their job on that side of the ball.
Yeah, recently I was actually working a
Another
game
field
where a
goal.
quarterback had a streak
That
of
makes
5
it look
straight
like he
games
got a
without a
touchdown.
200-yard game. And that was a big talk, both in his town and amongst his team. How do we get the passing game going? So big credit to them, holding them under 200 today.
Well, in the grand scheme of things, those 3 points likely not going to matter much, but I guess they get a little closer, a little more respectability.
Yeah, you're exactly right. They've been outplayed all game long, but like my mom used to tell me all the time before I went out, dress up a little bit, son. Make yourself respectable. And that's what they're doing here. They're just dressing up the final score.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their
Get these
next
rushing
drive.
yards, boys.
They have the dream scenario you hope for coming into the game. Just one kneel here, and this game should be over.
And it's always the final play of preparation each week. The practicing of the kneel-down formation, the victory formation. We've got a game in hand, and that's all they're going to want to
Hey,
do
get that
now.
guy out of
Put
the way.
someone back
Get
deep
in the
just in
way.
case something goes haywire. But all in all, take the snap, kneel down, and
smile.
shake hands. Yes, get out of there.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
58, right over there, right over there. Yeah, yeah. Mike, 58, right there. Hey, come on out here. Come get some. Come get some. Come out here. Come get some.
They'll keep it on the ground. Harris again.
Ah.
And for one of the few
That was
times
it.
here today, this
That was
one's not
it.
going to go anywhere.
That was it.
Now the Steelers use the 2nd of their 3 timeouts.
All you gotta do is juke that
That'll
guy.
leave
We
them with just one
gone. We
remaining in this
gone.
4th quarter of play.
We gone to the house.
Now on 3rd down, an extra DB out there for the Chiefs. Play action. It's gone. Steps away.
Oh, you're
And
supposed
it's
to catch that
incomplete.
guy.
Clock stops with 10 seconds left.
Dang,
That's
you're
an
supposed
excellent
to
job
catch
right
that
there on 3rd
pass.
down. Like any defense, you never want to let them get anything started, and that would have been a first
Tough.
down. Instead, you saw the contact on time, no penalty, and before this drive could get wings, it's 4th down.
So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. Fair catch called for and taken right near the 30-yard line. They call it 38 yards on the punt, no return. And there'll be time for maybe one final play before we hit 000. The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. This is just an exercise in futility. Do you even bother running a play here offensively?
I wouldn't, because now is not going to erase what's happened during the game. So after it's over, you're going to go to the film.
Oh,
This
yeah.
pass is
There we go.
intercepted for the 4th time today. The safety, Terrell Edmonds, picks it. And the Steelers come up with a late turnover, but it will probably only matter to the statisticians as this ball game is now officially over. The Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for the Steelers, they're on a nice early roll as they move to 3-1 with a win here. And they'll head back home next week to take on the Buffalo Bills. Meanwhile, for Kansas City, they'll sink now to 0-4. And they'll have a tough one at home next week against the Denver Broncos.